Morning Panthers. Today is November 13th. In today's show, we look at what high schoolers face with college ready tests. An inside look at roller hockey and how student interactions have changed since COVID. And now it's time for GEMS TV.
Good morning, Panthers. Reminder to check out Panther Press to see the latest news and written articles by GEMS students. Visit pantherpress916.com.
ACT and SAT are tests that are very important to high school students. Cece got a chance to dive in and find out what they're all about.
Good morning, Panthers. Today we will be exploring the SAT and ACT tests. Here's Hernandez with more.
So they're the tests that students in high school generally take, typically either their junior or senior year. Colleges use them to make admissions decisions, and when students apply to college the fall of their senior year. But actually, since COVID, a lot of the UC and CSU colleges have not been advising students to take them because they have not been used in the college admission process.
What do these tests mean?
They are nationally normed and standardized, so similar to like state tests to see where students are compared to others. So the same test is given to every student all across the country, and then it gives you a score based on your reading and your writing and your math. So again, similar to SBAC or the state tests. And they give different kinds of scores, so they aren't exactly the same, and they use them for admissions purposes to kind of rank students to see who would be the best to be admitted into their college. It really depends on the college. So again, some colleges don't require them at all, but that might be changing here again soon. Some only require one, and then some both. So it really just depends on where the student plans to apply for college. And some of them take the test a few times to try to increase their scores.
Now we know some information about the SAT and ACT tests. Now let's ask some teachers about it.
When I was in high school, I only took the SAT test. Well, that's really a hard question to answer right now because a lot of schools are going test optional, so you don't even really have to submit your test scores. So depending on which college you're planning to apply to, you may or may not even have to take the SATs. I think we're starting to see more and more schools wanting to see the SAT scores again. So I would say by the time the kids in middle school are going to be in college, I think they're going to be needing the SAT scores more than they do right now.
Now that we know some teachers' opinions about the SAT and ACT tests, now let's ask some 8th graders about it.
I think I'm only going to take the SAT because I don't know if I'm going to need the ACT for which college I want to go to, but I've had my foreign exchange student in the past study for it, and it seemed pretty difficult, so I think I'll only do the SAT.
So the SAT normally takes about 3 hours long, and the ACT takes at least 1 hour long, and both of them are to decide which college you are going to go to, and one is split up into 4 different one format is split up into 4 different sections, and the other is split up into 2.
I think I'll do pretty decent because I normally do really good on my test, and I just want to do good so I can get into a good college.
Now we know information about the SAT and ACT. This is reporter Cadence Carlson with videographer Deanna Dill signing out.
And now it's time for sports.
Is next Tuesday for boys basketball versus Ike. Come out support our Panthers by word. Food truck will be there. 7th grade game starts at 4 p.m. and 8th grades at.
After winter break, roller hockey is wrapping up at GEMS. So what's next? Here's Jerem with an update.
After winter break, Roller hockey will be transferring over to 12 bridges. What does it take to move everything over to 12 bridges?
It's a great experience. Everybody should take part in it. We bring out multiple trucks. Everything gets packed up. Everybody helps. And all the equipment moves in one night over to 12 bridges, where we have another storage container that can hold all this equipment. The bumpers, the benches, extended boxes that we have with all the equipment that students wear. So it's in a big endeavor, but we can get it done in one evening and we switch over. We don't switch back until the following year, and we start the season at that school that has the equipment, and then we move the equipment over winter break. It's been doing it for many years, and it's been very successful.
Hopefully you get to play at 12 bridges. I'll be playing too. This was reporter Jerem Lauritsen with GEMS TV.
COVID was a crazy time for all of us, but how that affected friendships and interactions.
Have a great day, Panthers!
Remember COVID? Isn't it strange how a pandemic can show who your true friends are? COVID was expected to bring us closer, but instead isolated many people. We no longer had school or work to communicate and interact with each other, which affected many friendships.
It changed the way I interacted with people because you had to be 6 feet apart and wear masks, and you couldn't really hang out with people. My friendships became more distant because you weren't really allowed to hang out with people, and it was hard to stay in contact. My expectations of friendship changed because you weren't really talking to people, you were more online, and you couldn't tell how people really felt.
It didn't really change. We just came back to school and we were friends again. A little more distant because we couldn't see each other. It didn't really change because after we all came back, nothing really changed, but it was a little different.
It changed the way we interacted by not being able to see each other very much and not being able to talk to each other very much. More distant because we weren't able to see each other and we weren't able to hang out very much. I expected us to get more distant because we weren't able to see each other very much during school time like we would be normally, and yeah.
It changed the way I interacted with my friends because I wasn't never around anyone. My friendship became more distant because I wasn't around anyone. I expected my friendship to get more closer.
It changed a lot because I didn't get to see them much, and yeah. I think they got a little bit stronger because I got to see them more often because we didn't have anything else to do. They kind of changed a little bit. They went a little bit downhill.
Well, I couldn't see them, and I was always locked up in my room, and we couldn't go anywhere, so I couldn't see them. More distant because we had to do homeschool, and I could only see them on the computer. I thought I was never going to see them again.
Just faded. Technology kept us close, but emotional support became even more crucial. In the end, the pandemic made us appreciate the true sense of friendship, trust, care, and understanding. This is reporter Riley Fechner with photographer Chrissy Lau with GEMS TV.
Museum, the Lincoln Archives Museum. In here we have donations from all kinds of people living in Lincoln, their past relatives. We have information on the railroad, the beginning founders of the town, the dates it was built. So many of our members, we're all volunteers, so many of us have been born, raised, gone through school. We're pretty proud of our ancestry here. We have yearbooks from start to current. It's a very warm, a very friendly place to come in and get to know Lincoln.
The Lincoln Museum is located in downtown Lincoln. It is actually some people refer to it as a hidden jewel in Lincoln. It's, as was said, it's got a lot of archives in it. It's open. We are open 11 to 3, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. everything in the museum is donated. There's information from the museum on the military. Come and see something about the coats of color, the swimming pool at Gladding Bean. There's just a lot to see and a lot to learn about. When we have tours with adults and students, both young and old, and we have tours outside the hours of Lincoln, outside the hours of the museum. And it's just a welcoming place to be with a lot of knowledge. You come with a lot of questions, leave with a lot of knowledge, and at some point have a lot of questions also. We would love to see you at the museum. Remember the hours, Thursday through Saturday, 11 to 3.
GEMS TV would like to thank our sponsors. Platinum level sponsors: Seller Construction, Lincoln Junior Zebras, Sierra Pacific. Gold level sponsors: Lincoln Museum, Mi Alegria Mexican Antojitos, Jensen Landscaping, Quality Metal Heating and Air. Silver level sponsors: Far West Rents and Ready Mix, Empire Gymnastics Center. Thank you for watching GEMS TV.